everybody, and welcome to a special episode of Haunt Talk today, because in today's episode, we aren't actually going to be doing a review, but more of a preview.
Yeah.
And we mentioned this earlier in one of the videos, whichever one it was, that we were going to be previewing Nightmare Cleveland. So that's what we just recently did. We just did it today, which is Sunday, September 18th. And they are going to be opening night will be October 7th. Which is going to be a Friday, but they will be open on Thursdays as well.
Yes.
So we are very curious to check this place out, because if you know anything about it, it is the same creators as Chippewa Lake Slaughter, which won our Haunt Award of the Year last year. So we were very excited to check the place out. Now this is actually in the old Bia Sweeties location, you said?
Yes. So if you're familiar with Bia Sweeties and like the Cleveland area, this is actually Brookland area or whatever you want to call it. Bia Sweeties used to be on Brook Park Road by a party center and a I think there's like a Value City Furniture or something down there too. Mm-hmm. And it used to be kind of like underneath the Value City Furniture. Well, that's where Nightmare Cleveland is. Bia Sweetie has moved on. They're down the street now. So they're still there. But they are in... Nightmare Cleveland is in this location. And it's pretty cool. Mm-hmm. It's a nice location. Hopefully they'll get lots of good traffic. Because there's literally a freeway. Like 480 is like right there. So hopefully that'll bring in a lot of foot traffic.
Yeah, for sure. So now you're probably wondering what we saw. Now, we didn't film anything in there because there's still quite a bit of work that needs done.
Yes.
And they didn't really want, they don't want it spoiled. It's brand new. No one's really been in it yet except for, some media people, the creators, us. And there still is a fair amount of rooms that they still have to do. This is crunch time. We've seen it in many haunted houses before, so we are actually very curious to see, because there's a lot of rooms that weren't finished. We're really curious to go back and see what that's going to be like. We're almost kind of happy that we got to see it in the state that it was in, because now we get to compare it in a couple of weeks to like what it's going to be, and I'm sure it's going to blow our mind.
Yeah.
Because we didn't get to see like much lighting, like the lights were on and stuff, but we got to see we did get to see a fair amount of stuff.
Yeah.
And what we saw, we really liked.
Yeah.
I've never seen a theme exactly like this done. So I described it actually to one of the owners, one of the people that like design and stuff. It reminds me a lot of Chippewa, because Chippewa, like, we see slaughterhouse all the time.
Yes.
But never a slaughterhouse done like Chippewa Lake Slaughterhouse.
Yeah, because Chippewa Lake Slaughterhouse is just, they have like a whole storyline where, it's a family business and they do like, certain things, to keep up their business and such. And it's not your just total generic, like, yeah, I'm just going to eat people. They're, it's like a whole thing. Like, the whole thing is themed that. And I mean, you really have to have like a complete story.
Yeah.
In your mind of what you're doing and stuff like that. And they have backstories and everything into it. And same with this Nightmare Cleveland. Right. It's just, they have, Yeah,
they've taken like, kind of like a hospital type of theme is the best way I can say it. Because that is what it feels like. It's like a lab hospital theme. But I've never seen some of the designs that they have in here done in a haunt quite like this. It is inspired very much by The Thing, and that reads very true. And I know he's going to be sending me pictures that I will be able to inject in the video. They're not my own, but they're pictures that I can use in the video to kind of give you an example. Now, there weren't any actors or anything like that there when we were there, but some of the props and like the distressing of the rooms and just some of the ideas and how you're going to be scared in there.
Yeah.
And we're not going to be ruining any of the scares, but they are going to be implementing what in the industry they call boo pedals.
Yeah.
It's going to be a mixture of that. So if you're not familiar with boo pedals, that's what they use in like Halloween Horror Nights, where it's a switch you put and things happen. And I'm excited because we were told that it's going to be sometimes more than just the actor scare. Like, it might change the way things are in the room. Mm-hmm. So that's super exciting to kind of see how they implement that. But just kind of seeing how the actors can go in and out of scenes, and how one actor can scare you multiple times. They can scare you in this room, and then 8 rooms later, they can get you again. Because of how everything is interconnected like that.
Yeah,
and
we love that kind of stuff, because it just kind of like adds to it because it's like, oh my god, am I going to like? Didn't I just see that person? Like,
yeah, it freaks you out.
It freaks you
like,
out.
I saw them like 5 minutes ago. How are they here now? You know, it really makes you feel like you're being stalked, even though you're actually not. But it makes you feel like someone might have followed you, and it is creepy. But yeah, the gore isn't over the top from what we saw, but when it's there, it's gross.
Yeah,
it's messed up. Some of the stuff that's in there, some of the. Oh god, and I can't even imagine with the lighting. Some of the creatures like that they've made.
Those creatures are like nightmare, like literal nightmare. Cleveland, like it was.
I mean, it really does feel like, you know, a John Carpenter, like twisted up, just like think of The Thing. If you're a video game fan, think of Resident Evil, because he said Biohazard's like one of his biggest inspirations for this stuff. Think Dead Space, if you played that game. Dead Space is actually a very accurate representation, I think, to what some of these things look like. Just like spider legs just coming out of places they should never be coming out of. Just balls of goop with maybe tentacles all over the room. Just like some crazy stuff. And this was just, you know, like a not finished product we saw. Not lit. Like just normal, you know, overhead lights. So I'm really very curious to see what this full show is going to be like.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they had some they had some rooms that were pretty much done. They just needed to put, like we said, like the lighting in and stuff like that. And it really does get you into it. Like we're just walking in and they just had regular lighting going and we're just like, this is going to be creepy. This is going to be really, really creepy. And just the way they have the scares set up.
There's a particular mannequin room that's going to be weird. The masks that these things have on are just really creepy.
Yeah, if you're familiar with Slaughterhouse, they have like an area that is kind of like that, where it's similar with like the mannequins and things like that. And it's kind of along that lines a little bit, but like more, I want to say. It's really, really intense.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be, and you know, and they even told one of the cool things is they did show us an area that's going to be an expansion that they plan on for next year. So there's a lot of room for growth because they've had less than a year, I guess, to build this up. It's amazing the work that they have done. I believe you said 7 months.
7 months.
So I will say, preface it with like the first one. The first year, it might be a little bit on the shorter side, but they said it's going to be intense. It's going to be like short but intense, and that's fine because like we compared it, and again, not that the haunts are similar in any way, because we haven't actually been through the show for Cleveland. But Ghoul Brothers is not a long haunt. It's like a 10-minute long haunt, but it's like 10 minutes of just screaming every other second. Like, and I'm really hoping that's what we get with this place, is something along those lines. That you're like, I'm glad that's done in 10 minutes.
I'm done. I'm done.
So, I'm just really excited about it. The more haunts, the merrier. They also hinted at us that there might be future projects. That's, you know, all we'll kind of say there. But I'd be super curious to kind of see what's going to happen there. And I'm just... Also, there might be Easter eggs for Chippewa.
Yeah.
Since it is the same creators. So that, I think, is going to be interesting.
Yeah, for sure. I mean... I'm excited because it's like actually a haunt that's fairly close to my house.
It's real close to us, and it's cool because we have been going to Chippewa for a while now. But we didn't get to go to its like third year.
Yeah.
I think it was the third year we went. Was 29. Whatever. I think it was third year. But anyways, it'll be nice being able to go to the very first year and go their consequential years, especially if they are able to expand as much as they're talking about for next year, to really see the difference between year 1 and year 2. And I am just excited to be able to like watch the haunt grow as well, because it's already looking pretty dang amazing. So I can only imagine, you know, what else might come in the future. But yeah, I mean, I'm just super excited to actually see it all lit up with actors in it, because that was the other thing, is there were no actors, but we did get to see some of the costuming and the masks and the prosthetics type of thing that they will be wearing. Like some of like we got to see one that was super gnarly. I think like the one that was like on a mannequin or something.
Oh yeah, that one was
Woof.
That was something. I was like, I'm amazed if whoever is going to be wearing that, I give them props because that thing
I
looks
can't wait to see.
Gnarly.
Something else that's actually really cool about the haunt is the way that it's going to progress. So, the theme is that, which it sounds to me like kind of like Bioshock for me with that game, where people like, oh, let's say you like want a superpower, you're able to like enhance yourself in this way. So like the first part of the haunt is kind of like not so bad scenario.
Yeah,
like it kind of starts off as almost think he's like an advertisement for it.
Right. So you're like kind of going in to get like say you want to become like the Bionic Woman, you want like a bionic arm or something like that. That's basically what they're kind of like hinting at, is that like, you go to this place and they'll do that for you. You want to be able to run really, really fast, they're going to do that for you. And then as you keep progressing through it, it's supposed to kind of shit hits the fan.
Because like you don't see the monsters and stuff up first. It's just kind of like more normal stuff, but then as you progress, there's more and more of these awful creatures that are kind of like running rampant. There's just some gross stuff in there, and I'm excited. I'm excited for people to see it, and I'm excited to go back and like see it in its full fling, and like full like fledged lights on, sounds pumping, and all of that stuff. And there's some real big open rooms which I like too. I'm curious to see when it's done what that's going to be like, how you're going to navigate these huge open spaces, because there are some tight spots as well, but there's just some like pretty big set pieces in this place.
There's one room where like, I'm not going to try to spoil it, but you have to kind of like, it's a big room, but you still have to kind of weave around into it. And it just, I really want to see how they actually do it, because at the time when we went in there, they just kind of, a thing there, but they hadn't like set it up fully. And it seems like it's going to be like really, really interesting. Yeah,
exactly. And I think the actors are really going to make this place like it does look just like Chippewa. Like the sets in Chippewa are absolutely phenomenal, but the actors are just really what make it the top tier of top tier haunted houses. And I really think that's what's going to go on here, and I'm just really excited to kind of see the kind of characters that they make and that they develop.
Yes.
Not just this year but over time, and I'm just I'm really curious to see that, because there's so many iconic characters from Chippewa, like I forget her name, but like the Lady in Black.
Yeah, Lady in Black.
The Wendigo guy.
The
guy in the bus area.
The bus guy.
Yeah, the mascot.
Mascot.
So there's so many like iconic characters just at Chippewa, so I'm curious to see what they kind of do with this. But yeah, I mean, we're just really excited that there's another in the area. Cleveland doesn't have that many haunted houses, so it's good to have another one. What do you guys think? Are you excited? Are you excited to go there? This video should be going up about a week before they're opening. So tickets, when you see this, will be on sale now. It's going to be, I think he said it's going to be $10 cheaper to buy it online.
Yeah.
So you're going to want to buy your tickets in advance and online, and tickets will be on sale when you watch this video, so go over there. And I'll put a link down to their website as well, so you can go and you can click and pre-buy tickets and stuff like that, and who knows, maybe you'll see us there. We don't know the exact date there we're going to go. We're probably not going to go on opening night. We'll probably give them, because I want to give them a little bit of benefit of doubt, since it's literally opening night for a first-time haunted house. We're probably going to try and go like maybe second weekend, or I don't know, like maybe on a Thursday or something, since no other place is open on a Thursday and it's not that far from us.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, just let us know if you guys are excited about it like we are. I hope you are, and hopefully this video piqued your interest more by kind of telling you the aesthetics of it. Yeah, I think it's just really cool. Also follow them on Facebook, because they do like post updates and stuff on there. So yeah, but we had a lot of fun, and thank you to Nightmare Cleveland for having us out to show us around. We can't wait to check the place out. And for all you viewers, thank you very much for watching. Again, make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, and also make sure to ring the notification bell so you don't miss any future upcoming videos. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next episode.
Bye.